How are you, gentle sprouts? メインスクリーンオン、主様。
I'm alive. Let me see. We got background audio. Looks like the mic's up. Yeah, I updated my audio drivers for my headset, and of course, like, everything dies. Anyway, hello everybody. Marinthea's back again. It's been a while. I've just been busy as hell, and then there've been, like, the hate raids going on, and it's just like... Anyways, fishing should happen. Let's do some fishing. We all came here to see the fishing, right? Now the audio should be working. Or it was working. Which means I can save state on this. Switch to 3DS.
3DS 主様。
Switch to 3DS.
3DS 主
Then
様。
switch. Rentype, why are you not switching? Am I in the wrong profile? I am. Switch to 3DS.
3DS 主様。
Alright, let me do it manually. Is it 8? Yeah, 8. 8's, there we go. Rentype, why are you on the screen? Go away. You're dismissed, butler. You missed it last time, like why I changed the colors on my sprout. It's due to some 4chan garbage. But I'm going to be changing the colors yet again because, you know, I'm a sprout, and sprouts are green and purple and blue and maybe even cyber colored. Because, you know, cyber vegetables. Vegetables from space! Alright, this should be on the HLE, not the LLE audio. Which I don't know if it's still gonna crash or not, whether that had to do with the LLE versus HLE, but we're gonna find out. But I did test it out. It's a fine day for fishing. It's time for you to check out the Grand River. I'd like you to catch 3 spotted gar. They aren't too easy to catch, though. It'd be a good test. They're like the same difficulty to catch as all of the other fish. I still have no idea what's going on with the tails, other than like the back face culling is wrong or something. I do know that last time I played this, these little things were good, as well as these things were good, but it looks like it's random. I'll deal with fly larvae. So yeah, I've just been busy. People have been sick here, so I've been helping out. I've been tired been tired because of all the stuff. Yeah, this one's not the biggest, but I only have to catch 3. You notice the music in the background's a bit faster. That's what it's supposed to be at. It did ask me if I wanted to update, and I'm not certain if I want to update if it's working right now. I'll update after. I'll break this after everything. Make note of what build I'm on and then break it. Also, since October's coming, I'm gonna have a new outfit soon. The only problem with, like, messing with stuff is, Vroid doesn't save your Vroid doesn't save your default set blend shapes. So if I get a new model, I have to go back into Unity, reset the blend shapes to be on, default on. Although, I'm probably gonna lose my sprout spores. I don't even use them anyways. They're just there just in case. Although I have to say, spotted garlic, pretty cute. Let's see. What were my sprout spores? Or did I not even set them? Oh well, I probably didn't set them again. It's just a particle shader. There's no game audio, I just noticed. Why is there no game audio? Oh, I know why there's no game audio, because I updated my audio drivers and... It's set to default, and apparently default is nothing. Because, well, the audio drivers said, like, yeah, there's just nothing there. Now you should be hearing the games. It's not that, oh, I fixed the audio, we can't hear anything. Fixed it! Be like, fixed it! But we can't hear anything. Exactly. If you can't hear anything, that means it's not broken. You can't tell me it's broken because you don't know if it's playing or not. I have been watching people playing Russian Fishing 4. I'm not sure if I should give my opinion on Russian Fishing 4 because it looks incredibly technical and incredibly boring because it's incredibly technical. It's probably one of those, if you really like realistic fishing, then you'd probably like that. If you like more kind of arcadey style, then you have this. Also, I fixed my back face culling issue on my sleeves. So Sprout's probably gonna get a makeover by October, if not before October. I like the way the fish just run into things, get caught on things, and then just, like, get uncaught on things. Like, the real fish don't do that. Although I will say that in Rushing Fishing 4, there's, like, carp. I hate carp. Carp, more like crap, am I right? Mostly it's because I raised goldfish most of my life. And goldfish are carp. They are just literally carp. They're just golden carp. So... switching my mic over to a different setting. So it's like, you're supposed to be excited about catching this crucian carp or whatever, and it's like, it's just a really big goldfish. I think I've, like, said this before. Otherwise, I haven't seen any new fishing games out that are, that interesting. Yum. It, like, vacuumed it into its mouth. Last one I got was for the Switch, the, Fishing Fighters. I honestly haven't really played much since buying it, really. It's just, I've just been distracted. Recently I've been watching a lot of Discovery Plus. Basically trying to cram all of, like, their, these TV shows into my brain, and then maybe, like, canceling until they get more TV shows that I can cram into my brain. I mean, if you don't want to pirate everything, which some of these shows just seem hard to pirate because they're probably not very... I mean, they're on the... they're on the Discovery Channel, so it's like, it means they're supposed to be educational. I'm not watching educational shows. And, like, some of the ones that I watch aren't probably the super popular ones everybody else watches. It's like, there's this one that has, like, I think 12 seasons, 15 seasons, and it's like, that's the one I don't like. It's watchable, but I don't like it. Ah, very nice. Good job. Spotted Gar are known to be quite fierce fighters. You should feel proud of yourself. Only big fish in here. What do you mean? Oh no, it crashed. Seriously? Well, I guess we're getting Spotted Gar again. Oh, and now the audio's tripping over itself. Maybe it's because I have everything running. See, now that's not the best one. Really? I better get a 2.21. Audio, why you gotta be like this? You were working fine. Well, I'm gonna leave it on this, even though, like, the sound is all messed up. Like, the sound of the river is fine. It's just, like, the music that seems to be messing up. I wish I could mod this to be, like... use external audio on like, whenever it loads this audio, so I could just play the MP3 instead of have it choke on, like, the whatever format this is. I mean, that bird would probably try and catch the worm right straight out of the air. Alright, before I mess with the emulator, save my game. That's a lesson I should know. But anyways, yeah, I've been watching a lot of shows. Even though a lot of people have been complaining about Discovery Plus because they took all the shows from other paid streaming services and put them on Discovery Plus, but all I gotta say is that's capitalism. And if you're not in opposition to capitalism, if you're just like, oh, that's just the way things are, then just put up with that. That's just the way things are. If you're like, hey, you know, no, all of this is bad, then there you go. Because this is capitalism distilled down to its basic premise of free market and everything. Now, you can call it a monopoly or whatever, but like... I want my 2.2! Oh well. Perfect day for fishing, unless you land some northern pike. Think you can catch 3 of them? Alright. It's like, I was giving all this tackle and I haven't really been using any of it. There we go, worms. I don't know what a pike looks like. Probably doesn't look like a gar. That's a pike. But yeah, it's yeah, it's shitty what Discovery did to like move the shows off of like different streaming platforms, but like no one's pushing back against all these streaming platforms to begin with, so of course they'd do that for money. I mean, I'm technically part of the problem because I am just subscribed to Discovery Plus. But then again, it's like the only streaming platform that has like all the stuff I want to watch on it. And I'm trying to get it done within a month, you know? Watch everything within a month and cancel and be like, yeah, $7. I saw everything. Cause like my Netflix is under somebody else, and I can't nearly watch all of that in like a month. That's a gar. That's a pike. I'm also hot because one of my fans, it's not exactly broke, but I think the magnet in it is being weird. Like the magnet got magnetized the wrong way. Like if you poke it, it'll like start working for a little bit and then it'll freeze up. I honestly don't know how to fix fans when they do that, because usually the last fan I had that was broken that did that, I just left it alone for a long time. And then when I turned it on, it just worked. And then another fan, I just left it on, I like turned it on and it eventually started working. Come on. Can you stop missing, please? So I don't know how to fix this, like, semi-broken fans. I really don't want to leave it on in case it starts to become a fire hazard. But, like, that's the only way I know how to fix it, is to, like, either leave it alone for a really long time and hopefully it'll start working. Which I turned it off for, like, a day, and it didn't work. Or, like, just leave it on and it eventually will start working again. But fans are mysterious. They work off this principle called magnets, electromagnets. Electromagnets are witchcraft. Because it's like you take a bunch of wire and you wind it around something, you put electricity through it and it becomes magnetized. Alright. It's not witchcraft, but like... You would think fans would work just by spinning around in a circle, but like there's more to them than that. It's like if I bang it too, it starts working. And it stops working. Be hear that rattling, that's the fan. Come on, you can do it, little fan. Come on, you can do it. Keep going, you got it. There you go, there you go. I want you to start working again because it's still summer. How are you doing this morning? Today I'm going to ask you to catch 2 northern pike over 211. Think you're up to it? Well, yeah, I mean, I have no choice, right? Come on. And then I bet when it starts, if the fan starts working, and then it's gonna be like, when I move it back to where it's supposed to be, it's gonna be like, yeah, I'm not working anymore. Hey, Jamie! I see you changed your name? I'm doing the fishing again. Hopefully I can have fun rattling over there until it starts working properly. I have no idea why it's rattling. Well, that's bigger than the one I got. And let me guess, the next one's gonna be the next fish in this pond. The third fish in this pond, and then it's gonna be like... catch 2 gar of X size. Or 3 gar of X size. This is new music. Hey, Changeling! Getting some fishing in before I'm like super tired. It's like my fan is breathing. I put my hand on it. Well, I mean, there's like the Fubi just knows how to play Stellaris, and then there's the Fubi is cheating. Cheating completely. So it's either or, you know, knows how to play the game, or... Which I'm sure there's like some tips and tricks that are like how to gain power quickly in Stellaris. Not that Fubi would be cheating. Cheating for the greater good! Oh, I got Seribot in here, which apparently is gonna block all, like, the Hoss people. Hopefully, if it works. It seems that it's made for, affiliates, and not, like, people like me. That is a big fish. That is well over what we're supposed to be getting. Let go. I still have no idea what the end game of this Hoss phenomena is. Basically bullying people off of Twitch to where it's just a, 4chaners, Reddit's, Nazi paradise. Which I'm kind of half and half of like, yeah, sure, everybody, let's leave. Let's just leave Twitch to all these, like, Nazis and stuff if Twitch isn't gonna do anything. I didn't want you. And then when the revenue drops into the toilet because everybody's left, except for these people, then it's like, alright, Twitch, this is what you wanted. This is exactly what you wanted. What are you gonna do about it? I mean, dare I say that maybe I should stream on YouTube, even though YouTube's kind of a... It doesn't have all the emotes and stuff. And like the chat interaction and stuff. Although finding another good gaming streaming site is, like, kind of hard, because I don't know of any that exist that aren't also Nazi sites. Like, the Nazis took over Mixer, which is probably why it died. Because, you know, that Microsoft took it and then it died because, well, it couldn't gain an audience because it was known to be that kind of shitty streaming site. And then there was, I think it was a Hitbox that became Beam Pro. Or was that Mixer? I forget. Beam Pro, Hitbox was another one, and then Beam Pro was another one. Maybe Hitbox became Mixer. And then Beam Pro died. I forget why that died. I think Facebook also has like a streaming thing. YouTube only. Well, another thing on YouTube is that all their copyright claims, like, if you've got music that somebody else has claimed, they immediately slam a copyright claim on it, and you can't make money off of your videos, which is like, going to YouTube to make money is like a big barrier, because good luck with that. With Twitch, you have subscriptions and bits and all that, and Streamlabs donations and stuff. That's like the main barrier of Twitch is or not Twitch, but YouTube, is that all their copyright claim stuff. I don't usually put on YouTube for money either. I just mostly put it on for archive purposes. But it's still kind of annoying to see, oh, this has been copyright claimed, this has been copyright claimed. It's like, YouTube, you say you want more streamers, you say you want more gamers on here to make money, and then you're slamming them with copyright claims for the in-game music. Like, you obviously are saying one thing and doing another, which Twitch now has their DMCA thing, and I've seen someone get a DMCA strike on Twitch for, pushing off Twitch monetization options to go back to stream. Yeah. Like, someone got a DMCA strike for playing, Legend of the River King, the PS2 game, and it was for the river, the sound of the river rushing. They got a DMCA strike for that. So, even Twitch is being a bit terrible. But at least, you know, with the VODs and stuff, it's like, mostly you can just, they're there. Yeah. Now you would think in The Sims 4 that would be non-copyrighted, because the point of the music and the sound and the voices are like, they're not supposed to be anything. They're supposed to sound similar but distinctly different. There used to be this thing called GameWisp, which was basically you could subscribe to people that weren't affiliates off of Twitch, and like subscribe to them monthly about at the same rate as Twitch. But of course, once Twitch was like letting everybody be affiliates, they went under. So that's not an option anymore, and of course, as soon as they went under, Twitch is like made it harder to be affiliates. I'll admit, I want to make some money from Twitch eventually, just to at least maybe pay my monthly bills. Like, not like 1,000 a month, but maybe just 200 or 300. Eventually. But I don't see that happening for a while. Wow, great catch. Tomorrow's gonna be a big day. Rest well. Like, getting noticed on Twitch just seems to be networking, like who you know, and who you're friends with. Yeah, I'm still unaffiliated. I'm trying to think, like, what was the last thing I needed for affiliate? I think it was like X amount of people chatting, or... No, I think it was X amount of hours streaming per week, which, considering what's been going on in my life, I haven't met that number yet. But I'm not certain I even want to be affiliated with Twitch with all this stuff going on. Like, the pros of getting affiliated are you get to select what the stream rate is. Like, you can lower it down to 720 or 360 and all that. You can subscribe to me, which, yay for me, I guess, but mostly you subscribe to people for their emotes, and, like, I'm just gonna have, like, one crappy emote that nobody's gonna use because, well, I'm bad at art. And bits. You could throw bits at me. What are the cons? You get ads. You subscribe to me to get rid of the ads that they put on specifically after I'm allowed to accept subscriptions. So, they put ads on there so you can pay to get rid of the ads. But if I don't become an affiliate, then you don't get ads, so you pay to get rid of them. They're just not there. Which, you know, the pros and the cons here, I'm like, do I really want to put ads on here? Do I really want Twitch to get money? Because I ain't getting the money. I ain't getting the ad revenue. It's gonna go straight to Twitch. And it's like, do I want Twitch to get money off of me? Do I want Twitch to also get half of the subs? Like, when you pay the $5, half of it goes to Twitch. Like, they're getting money on the ads they put on the stream, and then they're taking half of the money you're paying to not see ads. But if I'm not affiliated, I can stream here with no ads. You don't have to pay a subscription to not see ads because they're not here. I mean, at the end of the day, I just don't get your $2.50 for your subscription, but you can just throw me a Ko-fi or a PayPal or a Streamslab donation or whatever for that. And I'm probably gonna get more of that than, like I, you know, straight up throw the $2.50 of what I would get for a subscription. Or if you throw the full $5 for a subscription, I'd probably get most of that than Twitch would take. So, it's about time for the king salmon to come down to the Grand River. Think you're ready to take them on? I won't accept any small ones. Catch two that are over 211. So it's like, do I really want to be an affiliate? Right now, it doesn't seem to be a good thing. I kind of wish there would be a streaming service that would, allow for some, like, off-site subscription models or whatever, and, like, basically pay for itself only through advertisements. But it'd be like advertising, you know, subscribe to this person on Patreon, or LibraPay or Venmo or PayPal or Ko-fi, which are all PayPal, or some other kind of payment thing. And that'd be their thing, is that they would connect to the APIs of all these places that you can hook it up, and then if someone subscribes to you on those places, they get your subscription emote. You know, it'd be like agnostic. Platform agnostic. Are you a salmon? No, you're a pike. But I doubt that, because most of these places make their money off of subscribing on their platform and their platform alone. It's just a big mess of... It's just a big mess of what Twitch has done. They've specifically, like, crushed the opposition. And then, like, their solution to all these hate raids is, we're gonna get with you streamers and ask you what we should be doing. And it's like, you have more money to put people towards security on solving all of this. You're basically crowdfunding your solution so you don't have to pay for it. So you don't have to do anything, Twitch. I am not seeing any salmon in here. Which I suppose dovetails into the rant I had before about all these streaming services, like Discovery Plus taking their shows off of, I think, Philo. I think that's another streaming service to where you can get, like, multiple different contents. Which is pretty shitty. Which, the only way to combat all that is piracy. Just straight out, just pirate everything. No, but none of these streaming services get money. These fish look like they're like the Godfather. Like from The Godfather. It's like Don Salmon. Capo Salmon. Although, if anybody finds any good streaming services, I'm interested. Another thing on YouTube is that it's hard to actually find streamers on YouTube. Like, with Twitch, they actually have, like, the categories that people stream into. On YouTube, I don't think you can search by categories like that. And even then, you can't follow categories and you could subscribe to people, but like seeing who's actually like streaming live versus who has the videos is also hard. Oh, that's a reject salmon. I will say, come October, I'm gonna be doing the, going towards my October themes. Halloween themes. Which will stay until... Hang on. Stay until March, and then they will switch over to, Hexanock theme until October, and now just keep switching back and forth, which the themes aren't going to be that far off from each other because, you know, Halloween and Hexanock are kind of similar, very similar. Although Hexanock is very specifically which themes. Well, Halloween is more witches and vampires and skeletons and zombies and... I don't like Christmas. No Christmas. It's just that I just hate Christmas cause, like, well, sometimes not even after October, just like, they start playing the Christmas music in October. And it's like, Christmas is in December. We haven't even gotten through Thanksgiving. And you're playing the Christmas music. And then the whole theme of it's all about giving and happy and family, and it's like, you look at like all the capitalism going on, and it's like, no, it's all about capitalism and capitalism and capitalism. Like, I do believe it was the Polar Express, it brings up well, Santa doesn't give presents to children, to poor children, and they just kind of, they don't answer the reason why Santa doesn't give presents to poor children. They just say Santa's great and wonderful for giving presents to kids, and it's like, but not to poor kids, and they just ignore that. So it's like, they can't answer that because then they'd have to say, A, Santa isn't real, and because B, poor kids don't get presents but their parents can't afford them. Because buying presents for kids is super expensive, because, see capitalism. Like, the best gifts for Christmas are ones people have made themselves, honestly. Like a scarf or a thing, like, I know somebody that makes knives, like, you know, if they blacksmith a knife for somebody. Or chainmail, or, you know, something like that. Like, or like a little knitted, stuffed animal or something. There you go, the chainmail bear. Like, I have a Christmas ornament that Changeling made that's sitting up over or yonder. You know, that's kind of good Christmas gifts. Rather than, hey, I bought this mass-produced thing. If you don't like it, here's the gift receipt to take it back. Which then again, I guess the joke is like if your aunt or somebody you don't know really well knit you a sweater that's like ice searing that you can't take it back to anywhere because, well, it's a personalized gift. Then again, I kind of feel that people care about fashion way too much. I might make jokes about what someone's wearing, like, lol, they look like a nerd, but it's like, it doesn't go past that. So I recently saw, when watching one of my shows, like, this person had, like, a black jacket, white shirt, tan undershirt or tan underjacket, with a really loud purple bow tie. And then they had on, like, these hipster style, the big glasses, and, like, this mustache, which really didn't fit them. And it was like the nerdiest kind of, like, if you look up the definition of nerd, this would be a picture. Which is, like, it's kind of funny, but, like, you know, it's a style. It's a very distinct, nice style. Also, this person was getting their PhD, so they work really they fit the part. And I bet the only reason they had the mustache is to make themselves look older. Because they're getting their PhD, which means they probably have to have a teaching position. And if you're like 25 and you're teaching college to other 25-year-olds, you kind of want to look older than your fellow 25-year-olds. Or the 20-year-olds or something. You don't want to you want to look older like you're 30 or something, and that you're not like only 5 years older. Basically, you people are going to be in my position when you graduate and you go for your graduate degree. But I've got like this blue sweater for somewhere that has these mushrooms like embroidered on it, which some may think it's tacky, but I thought it was cute, even at like my tender age of like 12 or something. It's like, I like the mushrooms. I thought the mushrooms were cute. Which, I've never really worn it because, like, I was given this sweater when I lived in Florida. Florida doesn't get cold that much. And even moving to Virginia, it still didn't get cold enough to wear this sweater. So, I think it's in, like, a drawer or something, just kind of sitting there. I don't want to say it's sadly sitting there alone. It's sitting there with other sweaters, enjoying its vacation. Its very long vacation. Also, another thing is that, since it's so hot inside, and I, like, spend most of my time inside, and I only go outside very short time periods, it's like, I don't see why I need to put on a sweater. Because then I'll just be taking it off. But I'm not gonna get rid of it because I like it, you know? Even though everyone's urging me to get rid of, like, all my clothes, and it's like... the more clothes you have, the less times you have to do laundry. That's the way it works, right? Right? More clothes you have, the less times you have to do laundry. Of course, when you do laundry, you do a lot of laundry, but let's ignore that. If only you were an inch longer. I mean, that's my logic. It's logical. And since we got a new washing machine recently that actually is bigger, you know, you can do more laundry in one sitting. I mean, mind you, the dryer hasn't changed, but I think the dryer can handle it. You just need it to dry longer. Oh, come on. So, like, going back to Christmas, it's just the whole festive cheer in October. And it's like the holiday that lasts the most, the longest. Probably because it's a holiday where everyone's being urged to get the perfect gift for someone. Basically, engage in capitalism. Whereas come Halloween, it's harder to get people to engage in capitalism. And the only capitalism people really engage in is buying candy. I might actually stop streaming after this mission, because my throat's really hurting. I've been kind of sick the past couple days, so I think I'm gonna give my throat a rest. Yes, I'm going to arrest my throat. I'm going to show up to its door, knock on it really loudly, and then bust it down and... be like, sorry throat, you're under arrest. For crimes against the rest of the body. Of course, this mission might last, like, the rest of the time I usually stream. I'm also running out of drink. And I'd have to get up and get more drink, so, you know, I might as well just... when I'm about to get up and get more drink, just call it. Oh, October. I'm planning on a thing. For at the end of streams, I'm thinking about maybe going through like all these fortune-telling tarot games for like the NES, SNES. I don't think there was any on the SNES. PlayStation. Nintendo DS, and just be like, just, you know, at the end, just do like a reading or something, and seeing if I can't get Google Translate to somehow spit us out something readable. Unless it's like one that's actually in English. Or like just go off of what the card is and I just look it up online to what the reading is. But sometimes some of these things might have like very special readings because they're so-and-so's like fortune-telling whatevers. There was like a really nice one for Nintendo DS that did not get translated. I am very sad. It probably wouldn't have sold well, but I wanted it, damn it. Maybe we should go to video games to like print on demand or something. Like the physical releases are always there. You just have to basically print on demand. And of course they wouldn't be any more than like what they usually are, hopefully. But like most of these companies are like, they don't print it up because they don't think they're gonna have like a lot of people or something to buy it. But if, you know, you're ordering it straight from the company, and like we have like maybe 100 initial print run, and then the more, you know, the more people that want it, you know, they do a print run of it. Because a lot of these games I feel need to be physical because they just take up too damn much space. And when you don't have a really big card to put all your games on, or like Nintendo could do something like, for your account, for all of these little games, you know, like the $2, $1 games, like you can have like a multi-pack that they'll specifically make a multi-pack for you. I know that gets into like things to where, you know, they could introduce its very own kind of bugs, but I don't know, I'm throwing out solutions here. Another thing is that if there's a physical copy, then that means you can sell that copy to whomever. And also, it's been archived and preserved. In case of, like, when the Wii Shop went down. You can't buy Wii games anymore. You can't download the ones that you bought. That's it, it's over. But thanks to piracy, a lot of those games are preserved, that you can just download them, and if you can hack your Wii, or, well, you can emulate Wii, to where you can play those games still. What else can I talk about? I do kind of hate that the 3DS was just basically a DS Plus. Then again, the Switch is basically, it's a highly underpowered machine. Like, Nintendo never really wants to step up to the plate like Xbox and the PlayStation does, or Sony does. But then again, Nintendo's stuff, at least hardware-wise, base hardware-wise, tends to be more affordable than Xbox and Sony, or Microsoft and Sony. At least to buy the machine. Game-wise, Sony usually ends up having the better prices because, you know, usually after like a year you can get the game for like $15. For even Switch for third-party titles, it's like, nah, no, You're still paying $60. So you can say Nintendo is like those printers that you buy that came with the print cartridges, and it was just cheaper to buy a new printer than to buy a print cartridge. Versus like the Kodak printer I have, which like the machine itself cost a little bit more. I think it was like $100 versus the $30, but the print cartridges were like cheap. Or like they were cheap. Now that you're pretty expensive to where you might as well just keep buying the $30 inkjets. Then again, they had all those bootleg inkjet cartridges, or like fill up the cartridge yourself cartridges, and it's like, did those ever really work for people? Because then printers started having chips and stuff on the printer cartridges, so where you only had, it would only accept authentic whatever print cartridges, which was honestly DRM and bullshit. I mean, seriously. Although I do want to get sort of a color printer. We only have a laser printer around here. So I might print out some stuff and stick it on my walls. Because all my posters and stuff are like in my storage. And now we're playing the, since we've lived here for so long, we're playing the We Might Move Next Year game. So there's no point on putting anything up on the walls if I'm gonna just take it down soon anyways. I really want to see what the PSP game offers me. Although I think there's a Wii game between this one and that one. I forgot that Real Fishing might also be on the Wii, because I forgot the Wii that existed. Even though I have a Wii and it's sitting like right over there somewhere. Alright, the fish I have is 3-4. Alright, this mission's over. Well, that should just about do it for the Grand River. Tomorrow's on to a new fishing location, Snowmelt Lake. Oh, and I have something else for you. These should look great in your aquarium. You got a rot large for the freshwater tank. And for the saltwater tank. Well, let's go take a look at our tank. Let's go decorate. I got one rock. How big is this? Pretty big. Put some things over there. I think it looks pretty good like that. I'm gonna rock back. Alright, let me feed my fish. Alright, we have our northern pike that we caught today. Smallmouth bass. Hey fishy! Our gar, which is cute. Our snakehead, which is also cute. And our salmon, which looks delicious. Let's see. Actually, like, move maybe some of the stuff around. This one looks slightly different. Let's see. What am I missing? Weeds? Maybe like a weed right there? You put like a rock and a weed there? Real fishing angler's dream, yup. Coming soon after this game. Give me my hand, come on. Coming soon after this game. If it can be emulated properly. I do have a light bar on my wall. I do have the Wiimote and everything, so I should be able to emulate it properly. I don't know if like streaming with all of this stuff, the memory, if I'm not going to have major memory issues. So it's also on PlayStation. Well, gonna play the Wii one to see whichever one's released last. And then play the PlayStation one to see if it's any different. If it is, we're playing it all the way through. If it's the same one, well, whichever one's the latest. And then we move on back from there. So now there's a PSP game. I have the PSP game. I want to say there's a DS game, maybe? I forget. Anyway, here's our long-tooth grouper. I forget when we caught this one. And then our porgy, which is like a porgy shape, which the red sea bream's also the same shape, but it's a palette swap. There's the sea bass. Fish is like, what? What? There we go. Of course it turns that way. There's our tuna, which is our yellowtail tuna. Quite delicious. And our blue mackerel, which is also delicious. Anyway, let me save the game. PC games and Switch games, yeah, that's basically been me for a while. Even if I have the system, I tend to emulate the games now. Because it's just a bother to set the system up. Anyway, let's see if we can go to powering down. Come on, Rentype. Powering down. Powering down. Rentype. Maybe I have it on the wrong setting. Powering down. It's like the captions here know what I'm saying, but like my voice recognition for Windows is like, I have no idea what you're saying. Powering down. Power down? Shut down? What do I have this listed as? Switch to powering down.
파워링 다운 아르지사.
There we go. It did the thing finally. After I, like, yell at it 50 times. Thanks everybody for joining me. I will try to be back Thursday with Revenant Saga. I try to be back, but like I said, I've been feeling sick, I've been tired, and I just kind of was like, I'm just gonna force myself to stream today, just to stream, otherwise I'll probably never stream again! Which is bad. Let me do my shout-outs. Changeling and... a little bit Shadow. Anyway, thanks everybody for joining me today. Sorry that I cut the stream off slightly short, but yeah, my throat's all... It's starting to do that hurting thing where it feels like I'm getting a cold. Thanks anybody watching the VOD. I need to, hopefully the VODs of the past 2 streams for this game are still around. If not, they are backed up onto YouTube, and if YouTube decides to eat them, I do have backups on my hard drive to re-upload them. YouTube's probably gonna say that the background music I'm playing is copyrighted or something. So anyway, thanks everybody for joining me here. Thanks everybody for joining me in the future on the VODs, and thanks everybody that is watching this on YouTube. I really appreciate everyone. Let me see if I can find someone to raid. Anybody on that I want to raid? Lilith Fane is playing Kingdom Hearts and raising money. Let's go drop by on them. I'm probably going to, like, go rest, but it's always good to drop in and say hi.